Today, we copy nature. Here we have a Nasturnium seed. And why not make some earrings resembling them? Let's see if we succeed. This autumn we have these beautiful seeds of Nasturnium, very beautiful flower, and I like them so much that I was thinking that I should try to, in a way, copy them. So my first designs were around like this. Not very successful to look like Nasturnium. Then I was thinking, okay, let's use bicones, 4mm bicones, but everything is so small. Then I have tried to use 6mm bicones, but not very successful. And again 6mm, but I have covered too much, and it seems to me that something is missing. And finally, here I think we have the winning design, where the bottom is really nicely covered and the 6mm bicones can be seen, so we have a little sparkle, but they are not totally covered. So let's have a look and see how we managed to do the Nasturnium earrings. For our Nasturnium earrings, I am going to use 6mm bicones, and this is quite nice because for the 6mm bicones it's quite difficult to find something that looks not chunky. Then I have 11/0 in 2 colors because we will need at a point some accents to help us navigate the design. And then the usual needle and threads. We start by picking up 3 11/0 and close them in a circle. Now we move the thread up the next bead after the knot, and we add 1 bead of the second color, of the accent color, in between these 3. Being a circular stitch, we have to step up, so we go up through the first bead that we've added in this row as well. In the next row, we add 2 green beads in between the accent beads. This would be row number 3. And here we step up as well. In the next row, we add one green bead over the stack of 2, or over the group of 2, and 2 beads over the accent beads, the golden one here. So 1 over the green, 2 over the accent. And here, the last one over the green, and the last 2 over the accent, and we step up through the last one over the accent, over the green and the first green that we have added. And here is how we step up. In this row we single peyote stitch around with green over the green and gold over the gold. So we have 2 peyote stitches with green, followed by 1 peyote stitch in gold, and here we add the last peyote stitch in green and step up as well. Now we have one more row of single peyote stitch with green all around. And this is the base of our nasturnium. Now we are going to anchor around the single accent beads our 6mm bicones. So with the thread coming out if it's untangled, the thread comes out of an accent bead. We pick up 1 6mm and 1 accent bead, and we just anchor by going back through the bicone and through the first accent bead, just like this, in the normal way. And here we just make sure that the thread is quite tight. Now we move the thread through the next green beads, 5 of them, and we go to the next single gold bead. And here we anchor the second bicone. So we pick up a bicone, a gold 11/0, drop them both, skip the 11/0, go back through the bicone and through the gold anchoring bead. Again, the thread is tight, and go through the green beads. Now on the last yellow bead we anchor the last bicone. And here we are. Now we create the shape of our Nasturnium by getting these 3 bicones together. And for this we go back up to the stopper bead of 1. And we add 1 green bead, go through the next stopper bead, another green bead, and here we have the shape. And we go back through these beads a few times to reinforce and now we embellish around each bicone to create that beautiful look of the similar to our seed. So for this, with the thread coming out of one of the gold beads, we pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green beads, and we go through the gold bead from the other side of the bicone. like this. And now we cover the other side with again 6 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and connect with the bead on the top. So here we have one. And now for the second branch, we move the thread through the first green bead from the first branch added. We pick up 4 green beads, 2, 3, and 4. And now go back through the last green bead from the first branch and through the gold bead, the anchoring bead. And here we help this smaller branch to sit on top of the other. Now again, we go through the first bead of the second branch, the first green bead. We pick up 4 green beads, 2, 3, and 4, and we go through the last bead, green bead in the previous branch and the anchoring bead. And this is how it looks. Now we move the thread forward in the small circle at the top of the 6 beads, through the green one and through the golden one. And now we are going to make, in the same way, the embellishment around the second bicone. Again, 6 green, go through the opposite golden bead from the opposite side, 2, 4, 5, and 6, and then through the first bead of the first branch, pick up 4, through the last green of the branch, then through the gold, and then through the first green of the second branch. We make sure that the thread is tight. Again 4 through the last one in green and through the golden one, and move the thread through the green and the golden one in the top small circle, so we get ready to embellish the last one. And for this, pick up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again 6. And then we start with the small branches. Pick up 4. Through the last green, then yellow, we force the small one. Okay, then the first green on the last branch, and 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The last green and the golden. And now we go around to stabilize the shape. So this is the bead, and to make the small loop for the earring, with the thread coming out of one of the greens, I pick up 5 greens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I connect with the opposite bead in the circle, which would be, in this case, we have a circle of 6, would be 1, 2, 3 here, so a golden one, and I go back through the loop to reinforce it a few times. And maybe one more. And let's take the thread a little further away, and then we can cut it, we can trim it. And here we have our Nasturnium. Quickly we can add the earring. And here you are. And this is the pair of our Nasturnium. Just let me know if you think that this was a good or a successful design. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao, ciao.